Hello YouTube. Today we'll be reloading the .40 caliber Smith & Wesson. Disclaimer, this is just for entertainment purposes only. You can also go on YouTube and search it. There are 1,001 out there. Everybody has a different method. Some people use progressive presses, the classic loader, which I've used myself. I have limited space and this is what I can work with, so today we'll be using the hand press. So disclaimer, don't hold me responsible for any stupid shit that you might do. Alright, first thing we want to do is prep the case. You want to visually inspect the case and make sure that it is in good order, and it looks pretty good to me. I got Imperial sizing die wax. You can use whatever you like. There's 1,001 products out there. We'll be using this today. So a little bit of this goes a long way. Alright, let's close that up. Next thing we want to do is size it up. So let's get our sizing die. Where are you? Okay, load it up. Alright, so that removes the primer as well. Okay, since we have it out, we're going to go ahead and check the specs on it. A maximum length is 0.850 and this is at 0.844. But just for shits and giggles, we're going to do it anyways. In order for this job, you're going to need the Lee case trimmer or a case trimmer of your choice, the lock stud, a cutter, chamfer tool, primer pocket cleaner, and I think we're pretty much it for that. Alright, what I do have is a drill, so we're going to be using that. So let me go ahead and place the shell in place, lock it up, so that's what it looks like. Here's the actual case length gauge. That's what the .40 cal looks like, and that's the holder. Now usually I would do this on the table over there, but I want to get it angled so you see. That's all you need. It stops cutting when it hits its length. While I'm there, go ahead and chamfer it, and let's remove it. Set that to the side. It's also best with the primer pocket cleaner to get the primer area, and also with chamfer it as well. Alright, that case is prepped. Alright, we're good to go. Put all that to the side. Next order of business, we're going to expand the die. That's what the expanding die looks like. All it basically does is open this mouth so that you can seat the bullet. Now what I'm looking for with this new bushing system is that little groove right there. That groove right there. It just lines up. Sorry, I should have explained this earlier, but you can always read the instructions. Alright. You can also charge the die at this point in time too by putting a funnel on it, or just loading it up through there. If you have a press, that's a good time to do it. I don't, so I usually do all that stuff at a separate time. So that is good to go. Let's remove the die. Okay, next thing we want to do is prime it. So where is my kit? There we go. You can use any priming system you like. I'm using the RAM priming unit by RCBS. That's what that looks like, and that's the part number. Alright, let's remove the shell holder because the other holder for them is different. That's what it looks like. Okay, shell holder goes on top, and this is small rifle and pistol, and there's also large as well, but we don't need that one. And I want it set so that it is flush. I don't know if you can see that in comparison to my shirt. You want it right there. You want that nice and flush. Place your primer. There's your cartridge. There we go. It is primed up. Okay, let's remove that. Put our shell holder back, because our next order of business is the bullet seating die. Let me get that one set. Alright, so I don't have any primers because I used them all up with all of these here. So I don't want to show you 49 times, 50 times how to do that, so I'm just going to do it once. Did it once here. So I already charged up with Ogden Tight Group. Now I want you to look at this powder. I've used other kind. There are spherical, cylinder, this kind, and many more. But this looks like little chips and flakes. But that's how that looks there. You do not want to rely on the powder scoop that comes supplied with it. You always want to use a scale. You can use what you like. I got an electronic one. So that's my boat that I use, and all I did is just pour it in till it comes up of 5.4. Minimum 5.4, maximum 5.9 for Ogden Tight Group. Always check the specs on whatever rifle powder you're using. Now, as I said earlier, I already did all that, and this case right here is primed and charged, and right now we're going to seat that bad boy. But that's what you want to do. Never rely on that little powder scoop. Okay. One thing I forgot to mention is on the dies, there are instructions for it. For instance, on the full-length sizer, you want to touch it to where it hits the shell holder, and then move it back, just to lock it in place. The expander die, you have to back out a quarter of the turn, and this one here, the bullet seating die, you gotta touch it and then back it out 3 times. So each one's specific. Just read the instructions on whichever one you're using. Okay, so let's charge this up. There are various different rounds you can use, from 105 grain all the way to 200 grain. This is the Lee load manual that comes with it, and just always read the instructions. There are also books available as well. You can also go online to the powder company, for instance Ogden, and then they can get your loading data from there as well. So let's finally do that. Okay, I got 155 grain Hornady XTPs, hollow point. These are a 10 millimeter size. It works the same for 40 millimeter, or excuse me, for 40 Smith & Wesson. All right, so that is set. Got that set. So this is ready to go. There's my bullet. Sorry, there we go. All right, voila. Hand load. You can use any small pistol primer you like. These are Federal. I also like CCI. And that's pretty much it, YouTube. Do that 49 more times, then you got yourself 50 rounds. I usually do it 50 rounds at a time, but that's just me. I hope you liked it. I hope this method works for you as it has for me. I've done many rifle rounds in my time, and not one has blown up yet. Knock on wood. Alright, YouTube, I hope you enjoyed it. Comment, likes, moans, groans, bitches, or complaints, I accept it all. Thanks for watching.